Effect, banning recipients from using their taxpayer-funded benefits to buy junk food like candy and soda.
Processed food, even though it fills your stomach, does it give any nutritional value?
That shit stink, don't it? Ugh.
Rules go into effect for SNAP benefits, targeting what you can buy, eliminating candy, sweets, and most sugary drinks.
With food prices going up, it's a good idea to spend what money you do have, trying to feed your family as healthy as you can. So there's a lot of resources in Grimes County and surrounding that can help folks do that.
The changes are mandated by Senate Bill 379 under Texas's Make America Healthy Again initiative.
So now individuals with SNAP benefits cannot buy junk food.
The idea is to improve nutrition, reduce obesity, and encourage healthier food purchases like fruits and vegetables.
Going up to the cashier with nothing but processed junk food, feeding a family of X amount is crazy work.
Well, personally, I try and stay away from that stuff. It's not good for my kids, and I try and make sure that their health is most important. I mean, it does.
If you feed your kids processed food, do you really love your kids? I'm just asking for a friend.
Say I don't drink a soda every now and then. I think that's a treat. But yes, it will, because I won't be using my little bit that I get from them for that. That sugar causes a lot of problems. It causes cancers. It's bad for kids with ADHD. This makes it a little easier for the people watching those kids all day too, giving them a healthy treat.
Sugar causes the C word. We're going to keep it YouTube friendly. Now, it is very addictive. So by implementing these SNAP benefit guidelines, these new rules, is helping this addiction because sugar is more powerful than the C word, the controlled substance. We're going to have to keep it YouTube friendly.
Better things like, meat and produce instead of sugar is what every family needs.
25% of Haitian immigrants are on SNAP. He like Haitian, I think. He like Haitian. He was cool. He don't speak that good of English though. 45% of Afghani immigrants are on SNAP. 52% of Senegalese immigrants are on SNAP. Yeah. We are redistributing the wealth away from productive Americans to foreigners and subsidizing their way of life, and that is unacceptable.
Only in America do we fund immigrants. But if we was to go to their land, would they give us any type of assistance? Right now, if you was to go to Brazil, would they fund you? But in America, when you come, to America, they give you SNAP benefits. Why is that? Can you please let me know in the comment section? Now, for the ones that do need help, shouldn't we help Americans, but we're helping foreigners? Now, we got to eat. I understand if you have a roof over your head and food to put in your belly, that is the fundamentals of life, of course. But where in the world do you go into their land and they fund you?
In 2026, there's going to be an even bigger tent that says any type of immigration, whether it's legal or illegal, it has to stop. You cannot come into our country, impose your belief system, and force us to pay for your way of life.
You know what? It's starting to make sense to me because in Minnesota, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Watts, the governor, he actually resigned because he was scamming the taxpayers' dollar through the Somalis with these child daycare services with not a single child in the building. That's the one thing that makes sense to me. Well, how are we funding immigrants and they're not even of this land? Once again, I understand people need help, but shouldn't you reside? Shouldn't you be at least an American citizen? Because if I was to go in any location in the world, Australia, Europe, Africa, they can give 2 Fs if I eat or not. But in America, we fund immigrants. And who is actually giving the bread to these immigrants? The taxpayers, off the taxpayers' back. So you go to your 9 to 5 and you pay your taxes just to feed immigrants that's not even of this land?
To the Democrats, I may not get food stamps.
I got $16. Thankful, but still screwed. $16. What am I supposed to do with $16? Buy some pasta, some butter, and bread? Hope for the best? How is $16 going to last me 30 days? It won't. Straight up.
You're in your car recording when you could be doing gig work. You could be delivering food to people. But instead you want to whine and cry about $16. You can make X amount doing gig work, but instead you want to whine and cry. And that's the vibe, that is the trend in 2025 going to 2026, is people pressing the record button and whining and crying, and somehow that gets monetized, somehow that gets pushed in the algorithm. We are praising crybaby ass, low vibrational, lazy ass energy.
That's not even enough for a week. And I know people are gonna say, get a job, just work, just buy your own groceries. Hey, I do. Hey, I have a job. Okay? I have a job and I DoorDash. And
you have a job and you have gig work opportunities and you still crying on the internet?
I'm grinding on Facebook Marketplace.
Stop the cap.
Trying to sell stuff. Hey, I'm bringing money in, okay? The problem is there's more money going out than there is coming in.
Put the hamburger down. Put the extra large Coke to a medium. There's ways to save, but it looks like you need to fast for a couple of days, respectfully.
Hence the food stamps. Hence me needing help from my government. And that's what the government is there for.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's what they're there to do. To help people, to make sure that their people stay fed.
You have a grown ass entity, a living organism, recording, pressing the record button.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Talking about it's the government responsibility to feed her?
Basura.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap. The government responsibility to do what? Now, there are programs for those in need, but you are fully healthy, capable to getting it on your own. How are you relying on the government to feed you? You can't move your body and get it out the mud?
Wish that the words of Tupac from the 90s weren't still prescient, but they continue to be true for too many, which is that we always have money for war and not to feed the poor.
They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor.
Central Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. The program distributes nearly $70 million in benefits each month in Minnesota alone. Well, 5 Investigates has uncovered audits that show the state did not perform required security checks of the computer system that determines who is eligible to receive this money.
Right now, 42 million people across the country rely on SNAP benefits just to put food on the table. And if you remember, at the end of last year, those SNAP recipients already kind of started feeling the impacts after losing access to those benefits during a government shutdown, which ultimately were later restored.
They got to work a 9 to 5. If they got to work hard for their money, they want you to do it too. They can't believe that somebody will help you and give you a handout. They call it begging. Well, baby, call me a beggar.
It's really bad.
Danielle Grant is starving.
I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can get some food because we literally don't have anything to eat today or tomorrow. So I'm going to try.
It's meant for people. And you know what it does is it really puts the country at jeopardy. People that need it have to get it. I'm all for it. But people that are able-bodied can do a job. They leave their job because they figure they can pick this up. It's easier. That's not the purpose of it.
Bitch, do you have rocks for brains? You legally cannot quit your job in order to get on SNAP. That is not how it works. And even if it were, per person, per month, SNAP tolls out to about $180. Who does a full-time day job for $180 a month?
People keep talking about SNAP, but SNAP is supposed to be if you're down and out, you really, really have. That's what the purpose of it. People are getting, they walk in and they get it automatically now. So the number is many times what it should be. It's disgraceful.
Can we change
You wouldn't
that?
have been, I'll tell you what, this country would have been busted, 100% busted within 5 months into a new administration I didn't win.
Can we reform SNAP
Yeah,
and these
I think we
benefits
can
so they're
reform it.
used
I
for the
think I
people who
should.
really need them?
It's meant for people. And you know what it does is it really puts the country at jeopardy. People that need it have to get it. I'm all for it. But people that are able-bodied can do a job. They leave their job because they figure they can pick this up. It's easier. That's not the purpose of it.
If you are struggling, that is what SNAP benefits is for. It is not for being fully capable, healthy, getting a 9 to 5, but still begging for a handout. Who does that? Who has the nerve to take away from the needy? So there has to be rules and regulations. And before, people was benefiting off the taxpayers' back. So now President Trump, regardless of how you feel about the man, is implementing rules to where people cannot finesse the system. system. Once again, people are enabled bodies, fully healthy, taking advantage of the system. That has to stop. Now, if you're in need, of course, ask for help, but you are healthy and you're still crying on the internet talking about, I'm hungry, somebody feed me. It's the government responsibility to feed me. Absolutely not. Stop the cap. And what's crazy work is that kids are watching grown-ass adults cry on the internet, and as we know it, ladies and gentlemen, monkey see, monkey do. The kids are not going to grow up because if mommy and daddy wants to cry, then it's okay, because I look up to mommy and daddy. So now these kids are going to grow up and be bitchs. Unfortunately, we got to stop the cap. We have to be a better example for our children. Times is extremely hard. It's better for you to press the record button talking about the struggle than for you to press the record button asking the next person when they're going to put food on your table. That's some crazy ass work. We have to do better as a people. Let me know in the comment section your take on the situation.
I'm gonna get $700 in donations. I still need $500.
I need you right now, man. I do. Real life. I need you. I need your guidance.
Stop the cap.